Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the sickle cell anemia. The sickle cell anemia means in human blood the red cells are present which are circular or disc-shaped structure. But due to some genetical cause we will going to discuss here. So these structures they become half moon-like structures. They becomes the half moon-like structures instead of the circular disc-like structure. They become the half moon-like structures, or we can say that it is as like a sickle. Sickle means vida. Okay, so it becomes half moon-like or sickle shape. So it is known as the sickle cell anemia. So when these disc-shaped cells they are present, it is the normal. But due to there may be the slightly decrease in the oxygen level, that red cells, the circular red cells, it turns into the sickle shape or moon shape, and due to that they become clumped together. They becomes clumped together, and such clumps they become the obstruction between the blood flow. They become the obstructions between the blood flow. So it causes the distortion of the red cells as well as the severe anemia, and it may cause it is a fatal, or it causes the death of the organism. So what is this sickle cell anemia? So the sickle cell anemia, it is the genetic phenomenon. It is the genetic phenomenon, and there is the number of genetical phenomena. They are related with the sickle cell anemia. So which are the genetical phenomena? So there may be the codominance. So the codominance means when the two dominant alleles both they expresses at the same time. So that is the codominance. There may be the incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance. The incomplete dominance means what? The incomplete dominance means when they shows or they produce the intermediate characters. The two genes they produce the intermediate character. That is the incomplete dominance. There may be the pleiotropism. Pleiotropism. The pleiotropism means a single gene, it regulates the many characters. A single gene, it regulates or it controls the many characters. So that is known as the pleiotropism. And the polymorphism. The polymorphism, the number of forms in population. That means when a single gene it produces the number of forms in a given population or in a particular population. So that is known as a polymorphism. So the sickle cell anemia, it is a genetic phenomenon which shows the codominance, incomplete dominance, pleiotropism, and the polymorphism. So all of these, when the single gene or the single allele, it shows such number of the different phenomenon, so it is known as the syndrome. It is known as syndrome. It is known as syndrome. So the sickle cell anemia is a syndrome. Sickle cell anemia is a syndrome. So this sickle cell anemia, this syndrome, it is observed that the scientist Pauling in 1949, the scientist Pauling and his co-worker in 1949, they observed that or they reported that this sickle cell cells and the disc-shaped red cells, they show the difference in electrophoretic mobility. They show the difference in electrophoretic mobility. Who? The sickle cell or sickle shaped red blood cell and the normal red blood cells. The sickle shaped red blood cells and normal red blood cells, they reported that the Pauling and his co-worker in 1949, they reported that there is the difference in electrophoretic mobility between these two cells. So what is meant by the electrophoretic mobility? The electrophoretic mobility means when there is a standing media, and when we apply the current in it, so these cells, they pass fastly towards the through the standing media. So it is observed that this disc-shaped normal RBCs, which are small in size, they move fast. But the sickle-shaped cells, they do not move fast. That means there is a difference in their electrophoretic mobility. Okay. So why these sickle-shaped RBCs produce and why this normal? So they are related with the genes, and that genes, they are the abnormal genes, and that are known as HBS. That is known as HBS. So it is the allele HBS which is responsible to produce the sickle cell red blood cells, okay, or sickle shaped red blood cells, and normal, that is HBA. The normal, it is normal, that is HBA, and when the red blood cells, the sickle shape, so they are produced by this allele, that is HBS. Okay. So these are the two different alleles. It is the dominant one, it is the recessive one, but then also when it is present, it produces the sickle shaped red blood cells in the organism, which may be fatal to the human beings. That means which carries that gene, it may be the anemic, that means which conditions present in that person. It may be the homozygotic or it may be the heterozygotic. So homozygotic, the conditions are different. When they are heterozygotic, the conditions are different. Okay. So when they are homozygous for HBS, when they are homozygous for HBS, so it causes the severe hemolytic anemia. So when the person, they are the homozygous for yes allele. So when they are homozygous for yes allele, they causes the hemolytic anemia, and it is the severe anemia in which the cells do not survive for the longer period, and due to that there is the deficiency of, or it may causes the clumping of the sickle shaped red blood cells, and it causes the destruction in flow because they become the clumps. Clumps means gathi. So this produces the clumps, and they produces the destructions or obstructions in the flow of the blood, and due to that what happens? It may damage to the heart, to the kidney, to the brain, to the spleen, or to the different organs of the organism. So thus the persons which having the genotype HBS, they do not survive for the longer period. But when they are in heterozygous condition, that means HBA and HBS. So when they are in heterozygous condition, so what happened? They produce some normal cells and some sickle shaped cells. So they having the anemia, but that anemia is mild. anemia, but that anemia is mild. So they survive, but they always remain in a mild anemic conditions. Okay, so they also have certain health problems. But it is observed that, or it is reported that the persons they having this heterozygous condition or the mild anemia, they do not suffer through the malaria. They do not suffer, or they can tolerate the malaria. Why they can tolerate the malaria? Because this malarial parasite, they do not survive in the sickle shaped blood cell. Sickle shaped blood cell. So generally the persons they have the disc shaped red blood cells, but as there is a deficiency or fall down of the oxygen level, their disc shaped cells they turns into sickle shape, and they get clumped. They produces the clumps and they causes the destruction in the flow of the blood, and they damages the different organs like brain, heart, kidney, or spleen, or other organs of the body. Okay, so this heterozygous condition, it tolerates the malaria. They tolerate malaria. So particularly in the area where the malaria is most common, so in that region, such mild anemic persons, they can survive for the longer duration, because this malarial parasite, they do not survive in the sickle shaped red blood cells. Okay, so we will draw cross here. So when the two persons having the genotype HbA and HbS, that means they are the carrier for sickle shape. Due to A, they have the normal cells. Okay, normal blood cells, normal red cells they produce, but some cells it may be the sickle shape. So they are the mild anemic. So such persons they marry with the another similar person. Okay, so they are also the carrier for sickle cell or sickle shape cell HB or hemoglobin. So they produce the two types of the gametes, particularly HbA and HbS. Similarly here also HbA and HbS. Okay, so when we put it in a Punnett square, so here this one HbA, HbS, male and the female. Here HbA, HbS. So here it produce HbA, HbA. So this person is normal. Here the HbA, HbS is carrier. Okay, similarly here HbA, HbS, so is also carrier. Here HbS, HbS, it get die. That person get die. Okay, or the person get die due to this homozygous condition for the sickle cell anemia. Okay, so it shows the ratio again 2:1 as like the lethal genes. That means, and both these genes expresses, therefore it shows the codominance. Incomplete dominance because they have the mixed characters. Pleiotropy, it carries the number of syndromes, that is number of characters shown by the single gene. Therefore, it shows the pleiotropism. Number of characters means codominance, incomplete dominance, polymorphism, etc. So, the single allele, it carries the number of, or it regulates the number of characters. Therefore, it is known as the syndrome. So, here today we have discussed about the sickle cell anemia. The sickle cell anemia means here the red disc-shaped red cells that turns into the sickle shape or the half moon like structure. Okay, and due to that, these half moon shaped structures of the red blood cells, they get clumped together, and they produce the clumps, small or large clumps in the blood streams. They obstruct the red blood flow, and therefore they damages the heart, kidney, spleen, brain, etc. Okay, so it is actually the syndrome because the single gene, it regulates the number of characters. So number of genetic characters, it may be the codominance, it may be the incomplete dominance, it may be the pleiotropy, it may be the polytropism. The incomplete or codominance or the incomplete dominance, codominance, where the two expresses equally, two dominant expresses equally, incomplete, they produces the intermediate character, that means both they have the partly or the mixed characters. Then pleiotropism, the single gene regulates the number of characters. Polymorphism, the different forms for the one allele present in the population. So such number of characters or such traits, they are regulated by a single allele or single gene. Therefore, it is known as the pleiotropism, as well as it is known as the syndrome. Okay. So this syndrome, it is due to the two alleles of the gene, that is HBA and HBS. Okay. So this HBA and HBS, it is reported by Pauling and his co-worker in 1949 that they have the difference in electrophoretic mobility. So generally the persons which are carrier, they are the heterozygous, but sometimes there may be the homozygous condition. When there is a homozygous condition, the person get damaged in its organ, it causes severe hemolytic anemia, and due to that it causes his death. Okay, the homozygous condition in which the both types of the cells are present, but the parasitic or malarial parasite, they do not survive in such of the person. So they are the carrier and they can survive very well in the area or region where there is a continuous the malarial infection is very common. Okay, so here there is a cross HBAS, HBS. So they are carrier. They produce the gametes. So one is normal, the two are carriers, and one homozygous will get developed. I hope you got the points. Thank you very much.